flying. Yes! You know, at age 24, this guy right here was in Arkansas, and he said, I got to get out of here. He said, I love Arkansas. It's the most beautiful state I've ever been in, but, you know, there's stars in those Hollywood hills. And he had $300 in his pocket. And they said, Glenn, you'll never do it. And he said, he did it. He's got 5 Grammys. He's got 40 albums, 12 of them gold, 7 platinum, and with a new release right now called House of Love, Glen Campbell is here.
Now love is pouring through the window, coming through the door, and I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the walls and the ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm living in a house of love. All of my life, my heart's been walked on, women said they love me. My, how they talked on, telling me lies and filling my eyes with tears that I couldn't control. I couldn't get a hold of myself long enough to realize they were only trying to pull the wool over my eyes. I found you and the skies turned blue. I'm living in a house of love. Yes, love is pouring through the window, coming to the door. I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the walls and the ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm living in a house of love. Bang, man. Once I lived in a hole like a rabbit, I couldn't find food. The blues were a habit, a lonely man, and I couldn't understand why everything I tried went wrong. Then you came along, bless your heart, and showed me the right way, dried my eyes and turned my night to day. I'm so proud I want to holler out loud, tell the world about my house of love. Now love is pouring through the window, coming to the door, and I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the walls and the ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm living in a house of love. Yes, love is pouring through the window, coming to the door, and I can feel it creeping through the cracks in the floor, bouncing off the wall and the ceiling up above. Since I found you, I'm living in a house of love.
Hey, Glenn, good to see you, buddy.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, Campbell. Thank you, son. How are you? Thank you very much.
A whole new, younger generation discovering a man that can pick.
Oh, thank you, Rick.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for wearing the T-shirt, too. That's so
I
kind
love
of
it, man. I kind of felt stiff in the tie, so isn't that nice? Got a Rick Dees into the night watch.
I mean, you are hooked up now.
Oh, I got it.
I'm a little disappointed, though. I have to just start right out. I'm a little disappointed because I thought you were going to play your bagpipes tonight.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we will later. I don't know.
Do you ever take them? This is now bagpipes. Did he bring his bagpipes? Did we have his?
Oh, really?
Yes.
You wanna...
Glen Campbell,
You're
master.
kidding me.
How many instruments do you play?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. Anything got strings on it.
Did you ever
Well-
take a music lesson?
No, I never did.
Not a one.
When I was doing sessions here in the 60s, I did it for about 8 years, and it was kind of like going to Juilliard, Mississippi. No, for like 8 years, you know. It really was.
Wait a minute, I like Juilliard, Mississippi.
But it's I just took this up because it's in my blood. I'm of Scottish heritage, and I think the Irish gave these to the Scots as a joke, and we ain't caught on yet.
It's a hard thing. You got to blow it up first.
Yeah.
I tried to help you hold something, but I
Way on
don't
here.
know what to grab.
Way on here. I don't even know if they work. These things sometimes don't even work.
Yeah. That's a...
Is that a silly instrument?
It's a tough thing to master. Did they ever get out of tune or anything?
Oh, do they ever get? You rarely hear one piper. There's usually like 20 pipers. That's
Yeah.
because they got E flat covered, which is the dominant key. They got it covered from C sharp to F.
Could I try this just a little? I've never played the bagpipe. What do you do?
You have to blow it up first. Just a minute, I'll get my slobbers off of it. Okay, that has to go over your shoulder.
All right.
You have to blow it up and squeeze. Now you have to put the bag under your arm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
It's all right. Okay.
Okay.
You have to blow it up. Just blow, and it's got a little stopper in there. Now I'll show you how hard that bag is. Now you have to squeeze till you can get a sound out of here. Boy,
I'm not even going to try.
is there no beginning to this man's talent?
You got to squeeze this thing.
That was the hardest thing to learn on it.
This is, I mean, I could get a sound out of it. I don't want to embarrass myself here. This is unbelievable.
You know what? You know how I got to doing that?
Yeah.
When I was with the Champs, Seals and Crofts, Jimmy and Dash were in the band. Dash played drums and Jimmy played sax.
Huh?
And they could do it with their mouth, you know, like... That tickled my nose, though, to do that.
The man of many voices. Of course, then you Seals and Crofts, Beach Boys. You were actually with the Beach Boys for a while.
Yeah, I did that. They called me on a Thursday and said, we got a gig in Dallas Saturday night, and Brian isn't going. And I'd been doing their sessions. And so I went and I played bass with them for 8 months. Bass and singing Brian's part. I raised my voice to probably a tone and a half. But it was, Rick, it was so much fun, let me tell you. It was, you know, I was finally doing... I'd done all kinds, because I started out country, and when I started doing the sessions, I got into the pop and the jazz, you know, I did doing sessions, I probably, with Nat King Cole, was probably one of the biggest thrills I've had.
You've done it all.
But then to do all that, it was just a lot of fun.
And you're obviously touring on the road and everything else now?
We start tomorrow night in Glendora, which is, there's probably maybe a couple of seats left, but I heard it was sold out.
Good deal.
On down to Fontana, Palm Desert. We got Jim Stafford, Nicolette Larson, and John Hartford, who wrote Gentleman of Mine, and we're doing the Glen Campbell Good Time Hour revisited all through we're going up into Michigan, Indiana, Ohio, Wyoming, North Dakota.
God's country, that's where you're going. Glen Campbell. And we'll be back more of the man himself into the night. Stay up.
Round, round, get around, I get around. Get around, round, round, I get around. I get around, round, 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 I get around. From town to town, round, 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 I get around. Now we're all real cool here. Round, 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 I get around. We're licking real good bread. Round, 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 I get around. I get around. Get around, round, round.
Yeah, boys. The Jeff Dayton Band. Tom Benton, Kenny Skaggs, Jeff Dayton, Bob Hinckley, Orville Bird, John Barafalo.
And Glen Campbell. That was a
Thank y'all.
great Mike Love impression you just did of the Beach Boys. Was that Mike?
Oh, yeah, I love to do Mike on stage.
He just kind of does that.
He gets the microphone and yeah.
What kind of reaction do you get when you go out? Because I know you do it like a Beach Boys medley sometimes.
Well, people say, you know, it's such a variety. And when I throw the Beach Boy medley in, it's like wow, you know, he really was a Beach Boy. That's amazing. And it gets a tremendous response from the audience.
Oh, sure.
And I tell them, yeah, I know why you're responding like that. I said, I love to play for a bunch of old teenagers.
They go crazy.
I guess that's what we are anyway.
Oh, I don't think anybody who ever grows up has a problem, really, I think.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You take it too serious.
So you took him back to the Beach Boys. Let me take you back to a family of 12.
I am one of 12 children, Rick, and, you know, I never knew what it felt like to sleep alone till I got married. Being one of 12. And being one of 12 kids, there's another, I got to do the other line.
Yeah, out of
Oh, yeah,
D-Lot.
being one of 12 kids, people around D-Lot thought Dad should have a knighthood. And Mother, you know, for having 12 children.
Yeah.
And Mother said, I bought him one, but he never wears it. Isn't that
Hold
silly?
on.
A knighthood is a nightcap. You know, the nightcap, that's what they call
Yeah,
it
of
back
course,
home.
yeah.
It is.
Dropped out at 14.
Yeah, I was about 3 months into the 10th grade.
And what was it? Was it music that called you?
It was music, yeah. They weren't teaching me music. And, you know, I figured if I wanted to learn how to go to if I wanted to go to Yugoslavia, I'd learn how to spell it. And if I ever wanted to go there, I could read it, you know, rather than learn when I was, you know, 14 or 15 years old.
Your mom must have skinned you alive, though, for that.
No, she kind of gave me her blessing because I went to work with my dad's sister's husband, who had a band in Albuquerque, New Mexico, called the Sandia Mountain Boys. And we did all kind of music. We did everything from, you know, blues to pop to jazz, but a lot of Sons of the Pioneers, old Gene Autry stuff, because that was my uncle's era, you know.
But this is still a guy who doesn't read a note of music.
No, I don't read the round notes. I can read a chord chart and a chord progression. I had to learn how to do that to do sessions, you know. If you're sitting there playing Strangers in the Night and Frank Sinatra is standing this far from you, you better not make any mistakes. So I learned to read the chord charts pretty good, because I played mostly rhythm and all that stuff.
Played with Sinatra, everybody.
Yeah,
everybody.
The old Phil Spector, the band, the studio guys were called the Wrecking Crew. In fact, Hal Blaine has a book out about it, which is really fairly accurate about all the guys we worked with. You know, the Beach Boys, Jan and Dean, Sinatra, Nat King Cole, Mamas and the Papas. It was just, the old Phil Spector bunch was it when we started out with, it was Darlene Love and singing He's a Rebel. That was one of the first big hits I ever played on. He's a rebel and you'll never be any good. Written by Gene Pitney.
Now you're doing Darlene Love.
Oh, Darlene, what a great singer. And the Righteous Brothers stuff, it's a thrill now. I just got back from New Zealand, and guess what's #1 over there? Oh, my love. The old Righteous Brothers song.
Oh, yeah, from Ghost, the motion picture and everything.
That's right. It's amazing what the movies are doing to bring back a lot of the old songs.
Do you talk to your mom?
Oh, yeah.
She's in Delight, Arkansas.
Delight, Arkansas, 86 years old.
Glen.
June the 30th, and we're all going back to celebrate her 86th birthday on July 4th.
What's her name?
Kara.
Oh.
Kara Del Campbell.
And now, in the family tradition, you are a Glen Campbell, a father of 8.
Yeah.
Any music in the blood of any of these 8?
Yeah, there really is. My 7-year-old son, Cal, he did the Smothers Brothers show with me, you know, network, and we did Crook and Chase, and he played drums. He was about, he wasn't over 4 years old then, but he sat there and looked at my drummer, because he was on the side of the stage, and that was his line side, but he's got great time at it, you know. And when he was 2.5 years old, he showed me that, and it just blew me away to know that he had that kind of rhythm. If you got time, you can be a good musician. If you hadn't got time, you can practice all your life, and you'll never be a very good musician.
But you've got to have it in the blood.
It's got to, yeah, it's got to be a gift, definitely.
It sure is for you, Glen Campbell.
Yeah, I think I've been.
The man has a gift, and thank you for sharing it too.
Thank you.
He's taking his good time tour around everywhere. Catch him near you, Glen Campbell. Stay out, it's late. Be right back.